Alright.
Okay, so suffice it to say...
So these are a little longer, and they're stories that are from the Distractable podcast, I think. So, let us watch. I love this one.
Okay, so suffice it to say, finally, we learn that we're going to get a refrigerator. It's going to come. It's going to come 9 days after it was initially supposed to be there. Whatever. But fine. Like, you know what? Fine. It's not like we needed it right away. It's just a refrigerator. And this morning, I was literally on a call with you guys. We were getting ready to do exactly what we're doing right now. And my phone starts ringing. It's the delivery guys. And I pick it up, and he's like, we'll be there in 10 minutes. And I'm like, why did the system tell me 11 to 3 then? And he's like, I don't know, sir. We're on our way. And I'm like, this is incredible.
I don't know, sir.
Can you come at the time that you're scheduled? And he was like, nope, we're on our way. And I literally, to you guys, I was like, okay, I gotta go, I guess. We'll do this later, right? Okay, bye. Schedules are for nerds. So that's how it starts. And they show up there, and I'm like, okay, so we already tried to deliver this. You guys can't come in through the front. There's a door that it won't fit through. So you kind of have to go around back. I'll show you. And he's like, what do you mean we can't come in through the front? And I'm like, I mean, we've been here. I'm just saving you some time. It won't fit. And he's like, nah, let me measure it. Fine.
I love how short
Also,
they make
like,
Mark.
Fuck you. Like, goddamn.
Because I know he's shorter than them, but I feel like they
So
over-exaggerate
he
it.
looks and he measures the little door into the kitchen. He looks at me. He's like, oh, yeah, it's definitely not going to fit through here. And I look at him and I'm like, do you want to see the side yard? And so we have a fridge in there, and it already has a water line because it has an ice maker. There's supposed to be some kind of shutoff. These guys cannot find the shutoff to the water line. And he looks at me and he's like, there should be a shutoff. You should know where that is. I'm like, bro, I just fucking bought this house. Can you call the previous homeowner? Like, yeah, let me call her up. We're buddies. I bought her house, and now we get dinner every 2 weeks. Obviously. God. So he just unhooks the water, and the water's just like sprayed, and he just kinks the line real quick. Like, he unhooks it, and he holds it up to me and is like, I'm gonna need you to hold this so we can finish. And I'm like, you know what? Fine. Do this, get that fucking thing out of here, bring the other one in here, let's do this. And so I'm standing in my own kitchen holding a water line. There's a front window in the kitchen, so I can see they bring the old one out. I see them go out to the front where their truck is, and then I see them with the new refrigerator, and they bring it around, and so I know they're like on the way. And I'm just standing there, and I just hear from the backyard like, kerchink, whoosh, and then one guy goes, oh shit. And they just start rushing around, and I walk out there, and there's water is erupting up out of the ground like a geyser has started gushing. I don't know what has happened. Apparently, what genius number 2 did is they had the fridge on a dolly, and there was a bush. And apparently it just fucking destroyed this bush. But also inside this bush is a PVC pipe coming out of the ground that's part of like the irrigation system. What he did was he dragged the fridge right through the bush and snapped off the fucking PVC pipe. And what they were doing is one of them was standing there staring, like thinking, and the other one had the broken off PVC pipe. It was trying to like jam it back on, like it was just gonna slip right back on. And like they looked over at me and were like, apparently the guy who was standing there watching is the one who did it. And he looked at me and he was like, I can't believe that pipe was in there. It was hidden in there. And it's an accident, you know? And like, it's not like it's a little flower or something you could like, ooh, push it over and scoot. It's a big fucking bush. To get the thing through where he got it through, he literally had to pull it up to that gap, and it stopped. And he was like, ooh, this bush is in the way. And he was just like, no, it's not. Let's go. Oh.
I also love that the animator made Mark and Wade the guys that are dealing with Bob's fridge.
What led them to that action? But there's no version of that that's not just so fucking stupid that it makes me unbelievably angry. Finally, I'm like, we need to shut the water off to the house. The guy who seemed to be in charge of this was like, right, the water main. And he handed me the pipe and was like, hold this on there. And I'm standing here like, this doesn't seem like how you install a fridge.
It's so good. me go here. Okay. What were they called? What was that last one we watched?
So
Bob's Fridge. Just that. Okay. Was there a playlist? Or is it just like the next one?
Right. And there. And I'm standing here like, this
Hang
doesn't
on.
seem like how you would install a fridge.
Why isn't it coming up now? Why? Why isn't it coming up now? Okay, well, we're gonna do this one.
Freshman year, I wanted to do like an activity. What I tried to do was parkour, and it was like supposed to be a quote-unquote beginner parkour thing. I showed up at the place and we met in the parking garage, and it was me and 3 other
It is
dudes,
rude.
and one of them had done parkour, maybe. And the other 3 of us were just like complete newbies getting in there and just trying to have an adventure. We were jumping around the 4th level of the parking garage. And so we were leaping around there, we were jumping around. We would go like over the edge.
Parkour!
With like 50 feet below us, and we would just like dance around there for a little bit. And so we actually end up like dropping down 2 floors anyway but the stairs or the ramp inside. So like crawling around the building outside. And I don't die at this point. But we get down to the 2nd level, and it's time to drop from the 2nd story and do a sweet tuck and roll into this little grass patch. So the first guy goes, and he goes like drop and tuck and roll, and it's perfect, and he's fine. And then the second guy goes, and he manages to do it, a tuck and roll. And it's at this point that I realized they assumed I knew how to do a tuck and roll, which I had never done in my life. So there I am, hanging off by one hand from the 2nd story ledge of a concrete parking garage, looking at a tiny patch of grass that I'm supposed to hit. And in my head, I'm like, it can't be that hard. And so they're all giving me encouraging words. They're like, you can do it. And I'm like, I got this. I got this. And so I drop. And I landed from the 2nd story straight onto my ass. Like 100% full on into my ass. I felt something pop. Weirdly no pain, but like this stunned thing where you're like on the ground like, am I dead? Am I dead?
Ooh, that sounds
and like
good.
weirdly enough, I seemed totally fine. I wasn't, by the way. I want to mention I was not okay. And then the guy behind me is about to go, and he drops, and instead of falling on his ass, he fell on his face.
Oh no.
Like his legs hit, he went forward, he did not roll. Right into his face and chest hit the ground. Jesus. And you just hear him go like, oh, God. Like just all the wind dropped out of him, and he's desperately like on the ground trying to get a sucking breath. So, you know, after a while, we're just standing there. We're looking at this guy dying on the ground. And we're like, oh, what do we do? What do we do? But he gets up. Like, he gets up and he plays it off like, oh, I'm fine. But clearly his ribs are broken. Like, straight up, his ribs are broken. God. And so he gets up. He's like, I think I'm good for today, guys. I think I'm going to go lay down. So it's like he stumbles off, and we're watching him. We watch him walk away for like 5 minutes. So we're watching him stumble away. About the time he disappears out of view behind, you know, those hills. Like we look at each other, we're like, all right, let's keep going, guys. You know, just like. And so we go over to this building. We get to the roof. We hear sirens when we're up on the roof. For some reason in our brain, we're like, they're coming for us. They found out. We went into the forbidden zone. And like, you know, we're like, they're gonna get us on this roof. We've committed horrible crimes. So we all panic, right? So we panic and we run off. And then again, they drop down from this 2nd story ledge onto this grassy part. So I find myself once again hanging by one hand from a 2nd story ledge looking down. But in my mind at this moment, I'm like, okay, I went backwards that last time. I'll go forwards this time. I know what my mistake was. And so I drop and I'm like, forward, forward, forward. I saw them roll on like their shoulder. And so my legs hit the ground. I go forward. and I put 100% of my weight right onto my shoulder, and I don't move. And it's just like I hit the ground, my shoulder just.
Another
Thank God
impact.
you did it the right way that time.
Yeah, thank God he rolled forward, saved it.
I like am down there for a while. And I'm like, I'm okay, and I look up, and they're gone.
Well, they taught you, didn't they?
They freaking destroyed my body and then bail.
I think
Yep.
the only way that could be better at all is if you look up and there's like two cops just standing there. Just like, we know where you were. That's the forbidden roof.
I hope they lost their parkour teaching license after this.
Alright, Mark, you gotta have like a playlist or something. There we go, more animations. So yes, we have more. Here we go. This is a playlist.
All right, so you ready for the list of cricket fielding positions?
Am I ready? Do I need a pen? What okay,
All right,
go.
so there's the bowler, which is the pitcher like in
Okay.
baseball, the wicket keeper, which is the catcher like in baseball.
Okay.
Now for the fielding positions that are options but not always utilized.
What? Wait.
Because these are all options for where they're positioned.
Oh, okay.
Because you only have 9 fielders outside of the bowler and the wicket keeper. Those are the 2 required positions.
Okay.
The rest of the fielders can be positioned in a number of spots, and they're named after their positions.
Okay. Gotcha.
The slip.
This is off to a
Fly
great.
slip.
The fly slip.
Goalie.
Goalie. Okay.
Third man.
Third. The fourth one is the third man.
Point.
Point.
Sweeper.
Point!
Neighbor. Okay.
Long stop.
Long stop.
Cow corner.
All right.
Cover.
Uh-huh.
Cover point.
Cover point.
Extra cover. Mid off. Mid off. Mid wicket. Square legs. Backwards square.
Mark just disassociating.
Leg. Many of these positions can be prefixed with the terms silly, short, mid, deep, and long.
Stop. You get long leg. Are you going long leg? Long on? Long off? Long cow corner? What was it? Cow man? The long third man.
The long third man.
Like I said, the language barrier is uncanny.
No, I understand it perfectly. I think I have a pretty good understanding of this game at this point. I don't
Okay.
even, let me tell you how cricket.
All right.
All right. So you got your bowler, right?
Yep.
You got your batter,
Batsman.
batsman, or batswoman, or batsperson. Let's be real now. It ain't the 16th century. And they're gonna bowl the ball towards the wickets,
Correct.
which are on the stumps.
Which are defended by
The batsmen's. And then there's 11 other people standing around.
9. Because there's 11 total on the team. You have to count the bowler and the wicket keeper as 2.
There's a total of 22 people that are standing around the pitch, lining it up like a basketball free throw. And then when the bowler goes, they all start chanting, long, silly, long, silly, long, silly, silly, long, silly. Then he hits it, and it goes up way high. It's
Oh my god.
full. Oh, it goes full. And then they all run in a circle back and forth trying to get
I've
over
never
whatever
watched Tyler and Mark's podcast
They run
before.
and then
Because
you
it's about
win
sports,
for
and I'm-
5 days straight.
I'm
they
not,
run. And that's
I'm not a
cricket.
sports person. But I don't think that's very surprising to many people. Really long.
But we are talking about a rock-based sport. A sport I
Yeah.
introduced you to.
Yeah, Tyler and Mark have a sports-based podcast. I think it's like Go Sports Ball. Internet cat no like sports. Oh yeah, that's what you're talking about. Yeah, no like sports. No like sports. I used to like to watch baseball, but that was it. Slimer badge, hello. Welcome in. Thank you for the raid. How was your stream today? What did you do? Please tell me. We got some art done, and now we're just watching shit. I've been making them watch animateds, but yeah. Am horrified. Ban streamer. You can't. You can't ban me. It's my stream. Good luck. That's awesome. I'm glad to hear that. Yep. You're captive and cannot escape. That's why I keep you in my attic. There's no windows. There's no vent. The only way down is the ladder, and I have put the ladder up for today. So you're here. And I'm subjecting you to animateds. Right now we're doing Markiplier animated, so... It is a big attic. It is a big attic.
Many, many years ago,
Wow, that's true.
it was a
I'm there on my own free
somewhat
will.
rainy day.
That's right. That's how you help me get everybody up there.
It was like drizzly out. I don't know.
Use,
Oh,
like,
okay, all right, gotcha.
It was
coax
the day after
people
we
up
had
there.
Skyline chili.
That could be any day.
It's true. But this day,
Mr. Husband loves Skyline. He loves Cincinnati chili in general, but he really likes Skyline. I think he preferred the other place, but he was like, man, if we had Skyline down here, and we've bought, like, the frozen and canned Skyline for him now, and he's just like... I'm the one shoving us all in the attic. That's right. Muse is my bouncer, but it's like a reverse bouncer, like, get in there!
we went to the famous gym in blah, 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 blah.
Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. Oh, I remember
I
it
keep
so
no one out,
well.
only
And
in,
we
exactly.
climbed on the faithful walls of
Ah.
the climbing gym.
Of
Climbing. Blah,
blah,
blah, blah, blah, blah.
Jim.
Gem.
Mark, what do you remember about rock climbing?
In that day,
That
let me
day...
paint you a mind picture.
Yeah, all right, all right.
A
I
mind
walk in.
palace.
I've never been in a gym before, in a rock climbing gym before. I walk in. I know that there's walls and there's rocks, but I didn't understand the procedure of things, you know. But I'd heard about it, and so I go in there, and I'm climbing up walls, and I'm like, ooh, this is fun, yippee, yahoo, whippy. Meanwhile, Tyler is training for Ninja Warrior, and he's like, all right, you go on this bitch baby wall. Squash, squash. He flexes his muscles a whole bunch. I'm gonna go on a V6. You know, and then he basically, there's a wall with like a 45-degree incline towards you, and he's like, I can do it. And I remember you fell, and your hands were like degloved, at least to my eyes. Your hands just like were completely torn up. It's just like, are you having fun? And he's like, yeah, I love it. And then he didn't make it into Ninja Warrior.
So, Mark, it's time to climb.
No.
You are climbing.
No.
No,
You're
no.
climbing
Uh-huh.
safely.
Uh-huh.
You are doing climbing with a rope.
Uh-huh.
What are some common things that you need to rock climb?
A rock.
Okay.
A
Yes.
rock!
Feet.
That's part
Yep.
of your body that comes with you.
Fingernail.
No, not fingernails. They actually get in your way.
Extensions.
Finger extensions?
Yeah.
No.
All right. Underwear.
Probably a good plan.
Oh, good plan, right? Got that.
Right.
Wind.
This isn't paragliding. This is rock climbing.
I got wind. You know, it's just in case I fall and whoosh, back up.
That doesn't work.
That doesn't work.
I have love in my heart. I have chalk.
Good. That's on the list.
I have a
Oh, I'm sorry. I went right back into it. Slimer, if you need to head out, I totally understand. I appreciate you coming in, but also please make sure to take care of yourself. If you can hang out, I'd love for you to, but I totally also understand needing to leave after raiding, so just in case. Thank you again for coming over. I appreciate it. Have a good lurk. Have a good lurk.
cage of rabid wolves that are going to be at the bottom, so I never want to go back.
All right, so motivation, got it.
Yeah,
Yep,
exactly.
motivation.
And then I have a fleet of drones to film me as I go up.
Okay, so you're documenting. Good, good.
Just 13
Oh, I
of
almost
those
choked on
going,
my water.
like really distracting, yeah.
Well, you're gonna need your climbing rope. The very first...
right. I'm sorry, I didn't know it was bitch baby climbing. I thought we were free soloing here. Taking this shit over.
Yeah.
Come here. Look at me, everybody.
Look at me.
You know someone in your life whose life is nothing but climbing. There's someone around you that climbs every day religiously. It is their religion. And they are dying. They're dying to recruit another one into their cult of climb. This is what happened to me with Tyler here. Those that climb, that's all.
Go
they
my
do.
favorite
It's a
sports
drug,
team,
And they
that's
keep
what it
chasing
is.
it, and then they're like, "Yeah, just come to the gym. We'll go to the gym. Oh, it's great. Bouldering's great. Ah, let's go outside. Just go outside and boulder. It's such a nice day. Let's go out there. Let's go on a mountain. Let's go on a mountain. Yeah, let's go up a mountain. You like a mountain? Don't worry. It's like an incline. It's not straight up. Oh wait, oops, we got here. It's straight up. I forgot the rope. We're free soloing. Ha ha! Come on, meet you at the top. Ah! That's the life cycle.
One of Mr. Husband's old bosses is very into bouldering and rock climbing.
You have a teenager.
And like from the stories I heard from Mr. Husband, he was very much like that. He was like always trying to get people to go with him, and was like him and his wife both went, and they even took like their kid with them, and it's like, oh my god, that sounds so dangerous.
They've had a rough few years. First, they were arrested for shoplifting. It was an item of little value, only a misdemeanor. But then, your teen was with some friends who were smoking pot and driving way too fast. Your teen has promised they are turning over a new leaf and seem to be on the right track, doing better in school, coming home by curfew, and generally having a much better attitude. But you then get a call from the local police station saying that your son was with a group of kids who broke into a liquor store and stole beer. What do you do?
Well, the first thing I do is go pull up the GPS app I installed on my son's phone secretly and have a look at what he's been doing and confirm that he was, in fact, at the liquor store on the night that the police seemed to think. Of course, I get that all packaged up nice and neat to hand over to the police officers. But first, I go to a sporting goods store. I get a ski mask and a baseball bat. And then I wait until my son sneaks out of the house and he's going to do some shenanigans. I chase him down. Now, mind you, I'm just trying to scare him. He's with his buddies. They're goofing around. They're drinking. They're doing bad stuff. I pull up next to their parked car where they're having some beers. Get out with the ski mask and the baseball bat, and in a weird voice that would prevent my son from understanding that it was definitely me. And somehow I'm not in my car either. I yell at them, "You break into my liquor store and you steal from me?" And I just fucking destroy the car with the baseball bat. And the whole time I hit it and I'm like, that's from my store. You can't steal from me. You think you can steal from Two Toes Johnny? And I just destroy the shit out of this car, even though it's not my son's car. So these kids are freaked out. They're all grouped up. They're backing away as I destroy the car. As soon as I'm happy with the car, I turn at them with the baseball bat still raised. And I look at them and I'm like, "You never fucking come in my store again!" And then I take the ski mask off and I go, "Brandon, get in the car. We're going to the police station." And I take him to the police station and I give him the GPS information and he goes to jail probably.
He goes to jail, probably.
Whose car did you just beat the shit out of? Was that your son's?
One of his stupid friends. I don't care if they know I did it. I don't give a
Stupid friends.
Yes. So this is back at my first job. My first job was at Kroger. Yeah, I worked as a
Kroger!
non-food stocking clerk, which means I'm in charge of everything that was not food. And so one of my responsibilities, in addition to stocking the non-food shelves, was to take a shopping cart and go around every aisle and pick off things that people leave behind. So people will leave like random things in odd places, and I'm supposed to go grab them, put them in a cart,
I did
put
that
them
the
in
other
back
day.
so they can be
I'm sorry.
resorted later. A few weeks into my first job doing this particular part of my job, I noticed something behind the baby food. I scooted it aside, and I saw a box of condoms
But the problem with this one is it was torn open, right?
Yep.
Someone had ripped open a box, stolen out some condoms. Don't know why, just happens.
Oh,
The
you mean
first
you
time
know
I
why.
had ever seen something like that. And so me, being a 15-year-old, I go, what? Condoms? Oh my goodness. Like, I was actually like flustered at even the thought of someone seeing me, like even handling this box of condoms. But I put it in the cart and I started pushing the cart around. And I was like, and I didn't have a girlfriend or anything at the time. So it was like, there was no urgent need for this. But for some reason in my mind, I went, maybe if I had some condoms, maybe I might be able to have sex someday. I'd be ready for it at least. As I'm pushing my cart through the aisles, I start slowing down physically, like the cart, because I'm thinking like, okay, it's in like where, you know, you scoot out the baby thing and it's like you would sit a toddler in there. So it's at the top part of that. And I had positioned it very carefully for there so that as I'm pushing the cart, I could slowly move my hand like off of the grip and down and try to grab a condom out of it, and I'd be like, I'll just pocket one and then I'll have one, and then I will have the condom power. I didn't realize
Condom power.
I didn't realize
The
that,
condom
I
power.
thought all the ladies would be like, whoa, you have a condom? Oh yes, I want you.
Now that looks like the kind of guy that has a condom in his wallet.
I didn't know you were a man.
So
Oh my god, the
So-
Bob's
so I
rendering.
reach into the box eventually after moving to a snail's place because I knew they had cameras and they watch. I felt like every camera was gonna look at me as soon as I started making my move, so I had to move very slowly. And I reach in and I'm like, I'll just pull out one. And then I ran into the first problem, which condoms are in a roll of perforated string, and I couldn't do this one-handed, especially considering it's a small box and I'm trying to like stick my hand in. There's not enough room, so I'm panicking. I'm like sweating. So I bail. I remove my hand from it. I'm like, there's no way I can do this. I can't. It's not here amongst the green beans. No way. I couldn't. And I pushed the cart around it, and then eventually I made it back to the place. If you probably have seen it in grocery stores where there's just a random cart with a bunch of bullshit in it by the back door. That's where I would put it because then they would take it back and they would store it. So
Oh, teen
don't
innocence,
laugh
yeah.
like that ever again. But then I have like this surge of adrenaline. I'm mad because I like lost my quote unquote chance. If the camera saw me, it would look like I was encrypted because I was standing there at that shelf of like discount items, just like fuming, like, and then in a flurry of motion, I like reach my hand and rip off one as fast as I can and then shove it in my pocket. And I just stomped away. I stomped and I sat at the makeup counter and I just stood there and I sat there. And I didn't finish the job I was doing. I didn't finish collecting all the shit. I didn't stock any shelf. And I just sat there for like 30 minutes as my heart was like, I did it.
I went down a rabbit hole in my own mind of imagining ways you'd get out of that.
Mhm.
Like he walked up and you were just like, I'm just counting them to see how many were stolen. several are missing. Or like the manager comes up behind you and it's like, hey, what are you doing? And you're like, oh, you put your left hand in and you put your left hand out. Like, I was just using this box to play this game.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Here's the little balloon animal. Look, this is a doggy.
Look, it's a snake. What are you doing? I have recreated how the thief did it. He put his hand in the box and then took the condoms out. We should get this information to the police.
I'm glad you're here. You're just in time.
So that's how I got my first condom. Trust me, they went unused.
Oh, this is a new animation style.
When I was a kid, I've told you guys how stupid I was multiple times, but I'm focusing on the things where I almost
maybe it's
killed other people.
Oh.
Cool.
Oh, I like this animated, like... That was fun. Oh,
So,
I like
Me
that.
and my brother, we like to go into the woods a lot, and one time we go out there with a saw because we saw this vine on this tree that we were going to cut down and we're going to swing on. And so we get out there and we cut down this vine. We unwrap it from the tree and we tug on it a few times and we're like, yeah, that's sturdy. Yeah, that could definitely hold us up. And this other kid was walking through the woods as well. So this kid came over And what me and my brother saw was a perfect test subject for the vine. And the problem with this vine, or what made it so great, was that it opened up over this kind of ravine. And at the bottom of this ravine were just a bunch of thorn bushes. So
Wow.
we talked this kid over here, and we're like, hey, check out this vine that we just cut. Oh, did you swing on it already? And me and my brother went, yeah, of course, your turn. And so this kid, he just gets a running start on it. He goes way back, swings as hard as he can, swings super far out, and like at the apex of his swing, the vine snaps and he just plummets right into the thorn bushes. The kid, we hear him like start crying in the bush because he doesn't know whether to move to get out of it, or like, because every time he's moving it hurts. And to us it looks like he just went into like the jaws of like spinning blades of death. I'm sure that like childhood brain made this much more distorted. And then he just like gets out of the bushes and you see like thorns sticking out all over him. He's got like little trails of blood running down. He's just like, I'm gonna go home now. Okay, bye. And so me and my brother thought we were in so much trouble that we decided to bury the saw.
What the?
Like, legitimately, there's a saw buried by a tree in the woods, like, by my childhood home. If anyone
That's
finds it,
fucking
you know what happened there,
hilarious.
and you can't tell a soul.
That's fucking hilarious.
So, that's a little mini story.
The burying of the saw is a concerning instinct. That's a very murdery instinct.
I think
This
the
is
kid
so
died,
well
but
animated.
There's actually there's another simple thing. It's a much quicker story.
Go for it.
So when me and my brother were slightly older, we were staying over in my mom's apartment, and the apartment complex has a lake outside. It's the middle of winter, so the lake is kind of frozen over.
Oh, hell yeah.
So me and my brother were like testing the edges, and we step out a little bit, and it's holding our weight. The only problem is in the center, we definitely see that the center is not frozen. But over time, as we're playing, we get a little closer and a little closer. And this other kid comes over, and he's like, hey, you guys playing out there? And we're like, yeah, come on, it's safe.
Oh no!
And so he comes out, and he's playing, and it's fine at first. And then, he asks us, like, if it's safe near the hole in the center. And we're like, yeah, it's good, man.
The fuck?
So the kid goes near the center, and he just falls right through, right? And then he's down beneath the water. But he comes right back out. Me and my brother do nothing to go near him. And he comes out, and he's just dripping water. And then he's like, oh, I'm going to go home now. Like, in a very... It might have been the same kid from the thorn bush.
God
I'd like to
damn.
think this is the
Jesus.
same guy. The
Wow.
funniest thing was, like, he walks away, and, like, this guy apparently had been watching us from his balcony. This, like, old man was just like, hey, you shouldn't play on the ice. And then me and my brother were just like, oh, okay.
Those P8
I want to start this off by saying I didn't kill anybody. If you want to check out this full story and hear more, click right here on the video. If you click this, you'll go to this story and hear so many more. We upload twice a week now. And also, be sure to give love to the animators. Their links are in the description. Send them love. More animations through the link in the description below. And, I didn't kill anybody.
You sure, Mark? I don't think so.
Tyler, what do you think cheese racing is?
All right, cheese racing.
What do you think cheese racing?
I
What
think.
do you
So
think?
when I think of cheese racing, I think you take
Uh-huh.
a thing of cheese, which I imagine is a wheel, because
Yeah.
cheese comes in wheels and historically has been that way.
Yes.
You roll it and run down the hill with it, and you have to both the cheese and you cross a finish line.
Okay. Fascinating idea. Completely wrong.
Completely.
All right. Close your eyes.
All right,
You, a starving medieval peasant.
I'm very hungry and
Oh, so hungry. But you love your
obviously on the
lord.
streets.
You're
My lord.
English peasant.
He gives me a piece of copper every once in a while.
English
so that I-
peasant.
Oh. My lord, give me a piece of copper so I can feed my family.
Peasant. Peasant.
I'm a poor peasant.
You wouldn't speak that nice if you were a peasant.
I'm a poor peasant. Could you spare a copper piece for me? My lord.
My
I
lord!
said poor, not diseased.
A please, I want food, Lord.
Oi, Gov!
Oh,
Oi,
I'm
Gov!
giving the food, all right.
Happening to you? Okay, you see in front of you a wheel of cheese, right?
I steal it. I'm just grabbing
Wheel
it
of
and running
just
it.
grabbing
Hold
it.
on.
Yep, it's
Okay,
mine.
All right, that's good.
It's
You
like
said
they're
I'm
doing an
starting
RPG.
it. Yeah, okay, you steal it and run. Okay, you run up. There's a hill in front of you. You're running up the hill, but the sheriff is after you. I stole the cheese! Come back here, you filthy diseased peasant!
No, if I come back at you,
Suffer
you'll
for
just
that.
kill me. I'm gonna... My cheese.
What?
My
part of
cheese!
England is
My
that from?
cheese!
All I know is sounds
I'm from
weird.
the poor part that doesn't get food.
And so you run up to this hill. Your name is Cooper, right?
Yeah, all right,
Run
I'm
up
Cooper.
to a
I'm
hill.
Cooper.
Okay, it's a steep hill near Gloucester.
Gloucestershire.
Gloucester.
Gloucestershire.
So you run
Gloucestershire.
up this hill, and they're about to catch you. But you know the law back and front because you aren't dumb. You know
I'm
the
just
poor.
'Cause you aren't
know that
dumb.
If you are in possession of the cheese at the time of capture, then you are liable for the crime. You are being illegal. But thinking quickly, you realize you're on a hill, and if you get the cheese a minimum of 100 yards away from you, which is what the law dictates, what that cheese has to be away from you for you not it'd be impossible to get the crime, you see an opportunity because you know that this hill that you're on is exactly the slope. The hypotenuse of the slope is exactly 101 yards away. You see that the sheriff is behind you. He's a portly fellow. He's huffing and puffing. You have only a certain amount of time to get it down. So you, thinking quickly, hurl the cheese as fast as you can down the hill, and it makes it. Just as the sheriff, hey, where's that? You stop right there. And you're like, where?
I don't know why you're asking me to stop here because I don't have any cheese or any possession of stolen materials.
Well, you talk real funny, but you show me where that cheese is or I'm gonna slap you in irons.
Well, you're gonna slap me in irons, are you? But, you know, I ain't got no cheese on me.
You talk smooth, do you? Well then, wait a minute. How'd that cheese get all the way to the bottom of the hill?
I think a bird might have grabbed it.
Then wouldn't it be up in the air?
It seems like it was a pretty big, heavy wheel of cheese, so the bird must have lost control of it and dropped it down the hill.
You rolled that cheese, didn't you?
Come on, look at me. Do I look like that brightest fellow to be able to roll cheese?
Damn, you got me. And that is cheese rolled.
A long time ago, a GMC Econoline minivan
Oh
in
yeah.
the parking lot of a high school. It's waiting. Something's about to happen. Inside that high
Where
school.
the baby was made?
No. God. Inside that high school, innocent young Bob with his innocent young friends are attending a basketball game. We're all band kids, so we're all in the pep band, sitting in the stands, playing Chameleon, playing the fight song. I don't remember what happened in the basketball game. We probably lost. We sucked ass. But it ends, and we all go and drop our instruments off in the band room. And now it's time. The van, patiently waiting, is there. It knows what's about to happen, even if we don't. 3 friends and their 3 girlfriends at the time make their way out to the parking lot. We rode together. It's a big van.
Orgy.
You're
predicting. I'm gonna be right
you're
eventually.
not entirely wrong, I guess.
I knew it.
Whoa.
Young
What?
high schoolers, 3 couples, climb into the van, each one taking their own row. It's a 3-row van. There's a front and a middle and a back. You spread out. You don't want to be too close together.
Of course.
Turn the van on. Pump some jams. But we don't go anywhere. No one's even in the driver's seat.
Oh.
In the middle row, young, innocent Bob kisses a
Aww.
girl for the very first time.
Look at Bob. He's so cute.
What is that?
His girlfriend sidles up next to him and then climbs up on his lap, looks deeply into his eyes, and Bob goes in for a big open mouth kiss because he doesn't know how it works. Bang! Their teeth clang together like two shields on the field of battle. Whoops! Hold on, wait a minute. That wasn't how I thought that was gonna. I thought you made out with your mouth open. No, idiot! God, jeez, this guy. Anyway, once everything gets worked out, Bob and high school girlfriend start making out, as do the other couples. Like you do when you're in high school. Just 6 kids in a van, all just making out in the high school parking lot, like you do. Totally
Like
normal.
you do.
This
Like you
moment
do.
will be etched into Bob's memory for the rest of his life. He will never forget what it was like to kiss a girl for the first time. The weird situation of all his other friends all around him, everyone just making out, having a great time, going to town, and of course, the soundtrack for this defining moment. The song that will never leave, that will echo for eternity in Bob's mind. A true classic. Look at this photograph. Every time I do, it makes me laugh. What the hell is that? Seriously, though, my first kiss, I mean, that's maybe not my first, like, kiss. I did a pecks on the cheek or thing. But that's like my first making out with a girl ever. Is inexorably tied to the song Photograph by Nickelback.
I mean,
That's
There's
amazing.
A lot of hate for Nickelback on the internet, but I fucking hate that song. I have nothing against Nickelback. I think they do have some bangers. They're a fine band. Like, I don't hate them the way that a lot of people might on the internet. But why is that the song? Why couldn't it have been a good song? Why couldn't it have been like Metallica or something epic? They're making out and
Do you not see how perfect that song was?
well,
It's a song about looking at a photograph and memories, and what are you doing but remembering that moment
Yeah.
to that song?
Yeah.
Great.
It's so meta.
Yeah.
and now every time the meme on the internet happens where the edit where it's like, look at this graph, and it's him
Think of
pointing.
your first kiss and the shield clank.
Yeah, the clank of the
shield
teeth. So hot. Anyway, that's all to say. Today's topic is how
Making out?
music is memory.
Do you guys remember your first kiss? I wonder. I have 2 that I remember. I know this may sound weird, but like, I remember getting kissed by a guy in like elementary school, and like, I thought we were just friends, but apparently he was into me, and it made it kind of awkward after that. But then, like, what I would consider an actual first kiss, which I fucking hate saying this, was my first actual boyfriend. He takes me to go see X-Men, and he tries to make out with me during, like, a fight scene. And I'm like, bro, this is awful. Like, what are you doing? I want to watch the movie. You should have taken me to a movie I didn't want to watch if you wanted to do this. Why the fuck would you take me to X-Men? Like, we've been talking about wanting to see this movie for so long, and then now you want me to not watch the fight scene? I distinctly remember the scene, too. It's like the first scene we see Mystique. And so I'm like, she's so fucking cool! It's like them coming out of the like, airplane or whatever in the forest. And I'm just like, dude, come on. This is not the time or place for this. Needless to say, that did not last very long after that, either. And then, like, the next weekend, he tried to ask out my best friend. And my best friend was like, do you not remember that I'm Case's, like, best friend? And he was like, oh, fuck. Oh my god, it was so... Oh my god, it was awful. It was so bad. Bro.
Okay, so
Yep.
this is my own bathhouse story. The title
Yeah, it's
is,
okay.
And then my skin was rubbed clean off. Oh, wait, no, I got a better title.
Okay.
Quote, and then he flipped me over.
Then he
Okay.
flipped me over.
In Korea, it's a thing that they have bathhouses. It's a thing in many cultures, and in these bathhouses, you are naked. I've been to them before. You know, I've been to them in Korea. I've been to them here in LA. But when I went to Korea last time,
my cousin said something very interesting to me. He said, "You want massage?" And I go, "I don't mind a massage. I like massage." And he goes, "Oh, you want massage?" And I said, "Yes." And when we entered into the bathhouse, we walked past these two mats there, and there was someone getting scrubbed, like someone getting washed, like physically washed.
Like by another person?
By another person, yeah. There was another person. The only non-nude person in this entire bathhouse was the person doing the scrubbing. He had shorts on. So it was a bit of an oddity, but I passed it by because I was like, I know massages from the Korean bathhouse here in LA. So we go to the bathhouse. We say, "Oh, can we relax and we have a good time?" And then my turn comes to get a massage. And my cousin guides me to where the massage is going, and he guides me right to the tables that the other guy was getting scrubbed down on. And the guy has his scrub rag and he flips it over his shoulder a few times and then slaps the bed and he's like, "Hop up."
Is it the same rag that he was scrubbing the other person with?
Now that I think about it, I do not think he. I don't think he changed the wash.
He just rang it out, dipped it in the bucket. It's fine.
He smacked the table. What do you think the smacking is for?
Yeah, when I got up there, he got a bucket of water and he just splooshed it over the top, and water ran off and clean instantly, no problem there.
Wow.
So I lie face down on this table. I'm mortified, but I'm like, okay, whatever. I'll get it over with. It is what it is. And this guy went at me like he hated me. Everything about me, everything that I stood for was written upon my skin, and he needed to remove it. And I just remember the most incredible pain of just the cheese grater of it. And my back was bad
Just
enough.
the cheese grater
gets
of it.
Every part of my back, top to bottom.
Fully naked here too, right?
Yeah. So then he says some words to me that I didn't understand at the time. Now I know he was
What's
telling
your
me to
safe
turn.
word?
But he's telling
What's
me to
your
flip
safe word?
over, but I'm not understanding it. So he kind of like digs his hand underneath like my torso and my legs, and he flips me over, and then he continues to scrub, and I'm like, okay, I'm face up naked. My ghibli bits are all out in the open, but it is what it is. Here we go. And he goes just as hard on my my front. And then when he gets to my legs, he does this, what I can only describe as a long, smooth motion that ended with him pretending like my balls were not there. And he plows from toe to waist.
Oh my god!
Through, smashing my balls out of the way like bumper cars. Boom! Getting in my inner thigh. I can only tell you this guy was extremely thorough because it took 3 impacts to get my whole inner thigh on one leg before he switches to the other side.
Oh my god.
And you'd think he'd start on the outside of the leg to give my balls a break after being smashed to bits.
No.
No, he starts on the inside on that side and just wham!
Same direction all the way.
Just full connection. It's just, he didn't give a shit. So it was over before I knew it. And I swear when I got up, he had a cigarette somehow. I don't know how, but he had one.
Wasn't good for you.
This is not even a joke, but I only remembered it afterwards when he was done.
That's amazing.
You should be fucking dead.
When nothing happened. Nothing bad happened. Totally fine.
Well, okay, so
Well,
you got to understand that, when I climbed in here, I didn't want to tell Bob that I didn't have a lot of room.
Don't admit defeat.
But let me just say, if I sneezed while I was laying in bed, I would have broken my nose. I would have go forward a couple inches
Wait.
and I smack into the ceiling.
Why is this one in this order? We should watch this first. Okay, so we watched this one
What year
first.
was this? Freshman year?
2007, freshman year.
So I come in from winter break, I open the door, and Bob's there, and I'm just like, let's loft the beds. I don't think I said hello first. I think I walked in the door and was like, you want to loft? You want to put the beds in on top, bunk them? You want to bunk the beds?
Well, we'd have so much more room for activities that way.
I know. God, that movie hadn't even come out.
I know. That's exactly what we were doing. We wanted room for activities.
We need more space for when people come over, when we
Yeah.
have all these parties.
Obviously. We're cool guys.
You guys throw a lot of parties after this?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
We
God, that
definitely
leads
threw
into
at least
so many-
one.
We did throw one. God.
Great. I can't
All
wait
right.
to hear how worth it this was.
So Mark enters, and so our current setup, we basically split the room in half, right? But it's not that big of a room. Like, if we were standing shoulder to shoulder, we'd probably take up the whole width of the center of that room.
Yeah.
So, if you bunk one bed on top of the other, you get like a quarter of the room. But the way the beds are supposed to go together when you bunk them, you're supposed to, one, lower the height of the bed that goes on top, because when they're on the floor, the bed is like all the way up on the highest setting it can go, right? So you can put stuff under it.
Okay.
But if you leave it like that and then put it on top of another bed, there's like maybe a foot between the bed
Yep.
and the
Yeah, yeah.
ceiling.
Yeah, really, like legitimately.
So you're supposed to change that, but that required like tools or I don't know, knowledge. We didn't know how to do that, so we didn't do
Yep.
that.
Of course not.
So we're looking at this and we're like, yeah, I don't think we need, we can't adjust your bed. I think, and Mark is like, that's fine. I'll sleep up high. Good air up high. It'll be fine. Good air. Like, we get past that hurdle. The other thing about this is, other than the fact that you're supposed to, one, ask for permission, and two, ask for help from adults, there's supposed to be a thick metal pin in each of the 4 legs that lock it in place. So
Yep.
that they can't
Yep.
slip off. That seems crucially important,
Sure
right?
does.
And then we're looking and we're like, all right, metal pins. We don't have metal pins. And I don't know. I think it was you, Mark. I gotta
Yeah, I think
give
it was
credit
me.
where it's due. We're sitting there like brainstorming, and Mark like goes into his wardrobe and turns back to me with a pair of scissors and a plastic clothes hanger. And is like, if we just snip this straight part of this clothes hanger, it's like metal pins.
It was the perfect size. It fit perfectly.
It was the right diameter. It has, I'm pretty sure, plastic clothes hangers you can snap with your bare hands have the same tensile and shear strength
No.
as metal pins. So,
Yeah,
like, yeah. He
totally.
looks at me, and of course, he holds up the scissors and then the thing, and I look at him, and I'm like,
Yeah. It's gonna work.
how big do you think? we need to
Amazing.
be? Let's do this. No hesitation at all.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Oh.
And my favorite part of this whole thing, we eyeball them to the same-ish length, set them all in. We hoist the bed up really precariously, set it on the pins. One of the 4 pins was like half an inch longer than the other ones, and it was half an inch too long.
Yep.
So the bed, the weight of that corner of Mark's bunked bed, which is now like 10 feet off the ground, the weight of that bed is sitting on the plastic clothes hanger. And we sort of like, I don't remember the conversation, but we looked at it for maybe a second, like 10 seconds total. And then Mark was just like, fuck it.
Of course. Yeah.
And just climbed up. And so for the entire rest of that school year,
Yeah.
Mark's bunk bed, 1/4 of the legs was supported by like a 1/4 inch thick piece of plastic.
You should be fucking dead.
All right. Now we have this one.
You should be fucking dead.
I
When
know.
nothing happened. Nothing bad happened. Totally fine.
Like, okay, so
Well,
you got
okay.
you got to understand that, like, when I climbed in here, I didn't want to tell Bob that I didn't have a lot of room.
Don't admit defeat.
But let me just say, if I sneezed while I was laying in bed, I would have broken my nose. Like, I would have go forward a couple inches and I smack into the ceiling. Like, I remember laying in the bed and I could hear everything in the like dorm above me. And it was like, I heard people jumping around, like partying. I heard people have sex, and I'm just like, worth it. We have so much room for activity. But then I remember, like, a few days after we did this, one morning, my alarm goes off or whatever. It's like early, and I'm like, okay, I gotta get out of bed. And I had forgotten that I was in a bunk.
Oh,
And
no.
So I, like, in a daze, it's dark. I, like, climb out of bed, and just suddenly I'm falling. And Bob, you gotta tell, like, what did you think? Like, I know you were asleep, you were woken up, but I was like, I fall, and I don't remember what happened, and then I was on the ground.
I mean, so I was really sleep. I'm not a morning person. I wake up super slowly. So I was laying in bed, mostly asleep. And it was like if you imagine what it would look like in a cartoon.
Yeah.
If you're in an office building in a window office and somebody has leaped out of a window above yours and they come flying by your window like they're parachuting or something. Like I'm just laying in bed and I just see Mark just like, ooh, whoa. And then Mark's just on the floor, and I don't even know if I rolled over.
I think he mumbled like, "You okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, okay." After I go, "You okay?"
But you really like
amazing.
rolled out like you were just gonna put your foot on the floor. So the way you fell was just like tumbling, like whoa, fuck.
Yeah. God, but that was the only time I made that mistake, so it was good.
Yeah, so good. Ah!
All right, Bob, you're up first.
Okay.
I love
You're on
that
a
idiot
cruise ship.
man.
The ship
Yeah,
encounters a
he's
storm.
pretty
The
great,
storm
isn't he?
rages on and on until eventually you and the other passengers are told you must head to the lifeboats and abandon ship. As you line up, you realize some lines have fewer people, some have families, some seem to be younger, some are single people. You know that you are strong and capable. Do you? Oh, wait, this isn't an open-ended question. Hold on a second. Okay, how about this? Yeah. You see that the line at the front of the line are young families, you know, infirm people, not strong like you. You don't think you're going to make it on the lifeboat.
Yeah, I
because
agree.
This particular boat does not have enough lifeboats to fit all the people on the ship.
That's why he,
But the ship's going down.
he
In
has
about
so many
5
stories
minutes,
like
it's going
that.
to be completely underwater.
Like
What
the
do
parkour
you do?
story. What do you do?
Easy. Easy one. I find the nearest crew member and I knock them unconscious. And I steal their crew top shirt thing and their life jacket and their hat. So I kind of look like an official crew member. I hide them somewhere inconspicuous. It's frantic. No one will notice anyway. And then I run to the front of the line and I start helping. I run and I'm helping people. I'm strong, virile, helping people get into the lifeboats. At some point, I look into the lifeboat and I yell, "What? No, what? I'll come look at it." And then I hop into the lifeboat and then I'm in the lifeboat and I'm looking around like I'm doing stuff. I'm helping people find their seats. I'm looking and I'm like, "Oh, you're here, let me fix your life jacket." And I just adjust some strap. Eventually the lifeboat, lowers down into the water, sets sail, and I'm totally fine. Everything's good.
Wow, come on. All right. Wade, you're up next.
All right.
Yeah. Alright, Wade.
What would you do?
So I go and I light a fire because this boat's going down anyway. What's the fire gonna do? It's a distraction. Okay. While the fire is burning,
They're like moths to
I
the
go
flame.
and I help a family. There's not a very long line. This family gets into the lifeboat, and I start to lower the lifeboat with I imagine it's like some kind of crane system to lower it down. But I pull one of the levers, so only one half of the boat goes. The other half stays up, tipping the passengers out. Pull the levers back up, hop in myself, drop it real quick so it lands and crushes the family, so they can't say anything about what happened. And then I drive away. While the fire's burning, people are moving more frantically. Don't notice what I did.
What the fuck? Wow.
Oh,
Wow,
hey,
Wade.
maybe you did him a favor. They might have.
Maybe I
my
did.
God.
Maybe it was a pretty moral act by my part.
Definitely was not. I know you are. Wade,
I don't know. It could have been.
Wade wins around.
All right, back on top, baby.
So it's fresh.
Alright. Yeah. Hope you guys liked watching some animateds with me. It's been a nice chill day. I do think I'm gonna go ahead and call it. We've been on stream for about 5.5 hours, so I think we're good.